What's up, y'all? Iceman here. I can't tell if the lighting is good or not. I'm out here in these mountains, Colorado. But yeah, I was thinking about staying frosty. What does this mean? Well, I think one important part of it is being present in every moment, showing up. Because being frosting means cool, being cool, calm and collected, composed, poised, facing the situation with equanimity. And not only that, not only in challenging situations, but, those moments where you need to take a break and enjoy yourself. You gotta stay frosty, man, because you gotta be there. Gotta be present. Gotta be cool, calm, clear, So, that's important. Also, definitely when it comes to being on a journey somewhere or going somewhere or having a long path ahead of you. I've been reading this book called The Art of the Impossible, and it talks about this infinite game that one plays when they're chasing the impossible, because by definition, to seek the impossible means that you're always going to be in pursuit. And to me, that means being aware of every moment on that journey. I heard Jocko Willink talk about the Sisyphusian task of, just like chasing the impossible, it's a Sisyphusian task. You're always doing it. There's no stopping. You're always in pursuit, but you can actually enjoy that. How much strength you've gathered along the way, how much wisdom you've gathered along the way. Things like this, I have a friend of mine, brother of mine, he always talks about mountains and how getting to where you, or even going back to Robert Edson talking about mountaintop thinking. When you're trying to get to that mountaintop or that summit, you got to enjoy the view at each level, each progressive level. You got to enjoy the view. It's not just about waiting until you get to the top. Because when you stop, take a little pause, take a moment to be present with the lapse or the break, you can take time to look back at how far you've come up the mountain, how far you've trekked, how much stronger you've gotten. So that's something to really think about. You got to be thinking about one thing. Also in that book, The Art of the Impossible, it talks about is passion and curiosity. How curiosity is basically a component of passion. I really think that when you're passionate about something, whatever it is, be it your vision, your mission, you can't stop thinking about it, like every day. And almost every action starts to become aligned with what you're trying to do when you're passionate about it. And doing the work to get there, I said in The Art of Impossible, it becomes like play. And he says when work becomes like play, that's when you're playing the infinite game, because it has to be something that you love, whatever you're doing or whatever you're pursuing. It can't just be something, obviously there's such thing as a means to an end, but you got to be able to make that long-term goal at the forefront of your mind. And as you continue to work towards it, your creative faculty in your mind will just start to put the pieces together of how you're going to get there. You might not always be able to see that. Sometimes it takes time for the next few steps to be revealed, especially when you're walking a path that's unique, or you're forging your own path. You're a forerunner. The steps ahead aren't always going to seem quite clear, but when you have systems, when you have routines and things like this that allow you to continue to build on what you already had, build that, train that muscle memory to, go longer periods, work longer, take that time for yourself. After a long period of working, you take a step back, stop thinking about it. Your mind is still working on the idea. Your mind is still working on whatever you're passionate about. Because that's the picture at the forefront of your mind. Your creative faculty is like a GPS. It's going to course correct and autocorrect towards whatever it is that you're thinking about. That's why they say if you can see it, you can have it. This is why visualization is so powerful, because when you see something in your mind's eye, no matter how distant it may seem, it becomes real in your consciousness. And that's, like I said, when your creative faculty can start taking over, or what is called in the new psychocybernetics, what is called the automatic success mechanism. That works in tandem with your self-image. And this is why it's so important to take action that's in line with who you want to be, who you see yourself to be, and where you desire to go. That's what Fortune Man is all about. Having that vision, having that, an image of that man on the summit, who you are when you get to that summit, keeping that in your mind's eye. Everything else starts to become second nature, starts to become second nature. Once you think about and you flesh out, that man on the summit, that mountaintop version of you, that version of you that's got everything, that did everything, that accomplished everything. Becomes second nature to kind of shift into that mode of consciousness, into that vibration. But yeah, hopefully the view is good. I'm going to take a little, you see the mountains? Fucking beautiful, man. Like, let's zoom in on that mountain right there. Yeah. That's where we're headed, man, to the summit. So yeah, man, like I was saying before, stay frosty. I hope y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. It's about to be winter break. So, if you look at it the right way, usually these breaks are not really times to really take an entire break, but to kind of take a step back from whatever you've been doing, especially if you're in university. Take some time to create some new systems, take some time to study, take some time to reflect on the journey of the last semester, what you've accomplished, what you need to accomplish next. It's really good time to regroup, recalibrate, sharpen up, and get ready for the next year. So, like I said, stay frosty, guys. Peace out.